To Arizona now, where people are waking up this morning finally to a governor-elect. NBC News projects Democrat Katie Hobbs will become the state's new governor. NBC News correspondent Steve Patterson joins us once again from Phoenix with the latest there. Steve, good morning. So NBC News is projecting this win for Katie Hobbs over the Trump-backed Republican Kari Lake. We know this race was called really with a razor-thin margin between the two candidates. That's why it took so long, less than 1% separating them. Explain to us what put Hobbs over the top here.
Yeah, so there's kind of two ways to answer that, Joe. There's the technical answer and there's more the theoretical, moral answer. We'll start with the technical answer, which is simply that Kari Lake kind of ran out of votes by the last day here. And it started with Election Day, where Lake thought that she would be able to build up a significant lead. To her surprise, that did not happen. Hobbs jumped out in front with a fairly significant, but still, obviously a lead that Lake was able to catch up to over the next few days. And Lake thought that, by kind of casting doubt on the election, telling her supporters to drop their ballots off on Election Day, that the next few days, as the batches of votes came in day after day after day, that they would be heavily GOP favored. And they were GOP favored. She started to creep up to that lead. The problem is they were incremental and not exponential. They were not haymakers, they were jabs. And because every day they were jabs means the next day needed to be a big punch. That punch never came. And by last night, when Maricopa announced that they were going to have a big drop of votes, that we all knew essentially that this would decide the election. And there just wasn't enough steam really left in the tank. And the other answer really is that this was a categoric rejection across this state of denialism, from Secretary of State to the Senate race, now to the governor's race. You look at this state that used to be so ruby red, now really divided into thirds between independents and Democrats and Republicans. And those Democrats and independents heard the national discourse about a woman's right to choose, the sanctity of your own body, to the democratic process itself, combined with Republicans, that I think were in hiding in many ways, who have now come out. Maybe these McCain Republicans who have woken up to a party that they don't recognize, choosing to vote that way and choosing to vote for Hobbs. And that's where we're at, waking up to what we believe will be Arizona's next governor. Joe?
Steve, I have to finish the metaphor. Last night, Katie Hobbs then delivered the knockout punch. All right. So after this projection was made last night, Kari Lake took to Twitter to criticize her state's results. I mean, what's next for her? Does she have any options at this point?
Yeah, just about 90 minutes after NBC projected the winner, Kari Lake went on Twitter and said that Arizonans can see BS or no BS when they see it. Look, I mean, she's been ramping up for this, I think, for several days, calling out to her constituents, calling out, not constituents, but people that supported her, putting, messages on her website and on Twitter and on the Sunday talk shows that there were problems with the election, that election officials were slow rolling the vote, that certain election machines had problems. There were problems with some tabulation machines. They weren't able to detect some of the markings of the ballots, but Maricopa elected officials and people who run the election say that all of those ballots ended up being counted, that there never was any question of the sanctity of the vote. There was also some question because, Katie Hobbs is Secretary of State, that she's somehow verifying her own election. That is an administrational process. The counties handle the election, but expect to hear in the next few days the possibility of lawsuits, and Kari Lake is not going to let this go anytime soon.
And quickly,
Joe?
Steve, we should talk about the governor-elect Katie Hobbs. Do we know what we can expect from her once she's sworn in?
She's promised a return to normality, a reaching across the aisle, of protecting voting rights, of protecting the sanctity of democracy, of protecting a woman's right to choose. All of these things have been kind of hallmarks of her campaign, and she wants to make do on those promises. She's going to speak where I'm standing in just a few hours. We'll be here, and hopefully we can answer that question.
All right,
Joe?
Steve Patterson in Phoenix. Steve, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.